I thank the chair. First 3 months of the 116th Congress, the Democrats' focus has been on one thing: attacking the president. Not addressing the emergency on the border, not addressing the $22 trillion debt of the opioid crisis, but a relentless pursuit and focus on the president. Think about last week. In 1 week's time, Chairman of the Ways and Means Committee says, I want the president's tax returns for purely political reasons. Chairman of the Judiciary Committee says to Mr. Mueller, or to the Attorney General, send us the Mueller report, even though the Attorney General has said he's going to give it to us in a matter of days. And of course, this committee sends letters to the president's accountant and his bank seeking personal business records for the last 10 years. And they did that based solely on the testimony of Michael Cohen, who, oh, by the way, was also in the news last week. That's right, the first announced witness of this Congress, first big hearing of this committee, a guy who's gone to prison for lying to Congress, who came in front of this committee and lied to us 7 times, and we did nothing about it. And because we did nothing about it, his lawyers send a letter to Democrats last week and say, Shazam, Michael Cohen's found a new hard drive. Can you help keep him out of prison so he can come back in front of us and lie some more? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This is truly unbelievable. I'm not sure most Americans could name any legislative initiative of the Democrats this Congress, with the possible exception of one. Maybe they can name one, the Green New Deal. And my guess is a lot of Americans could name it because it's so radical. And if you don't believe me, just read about the Green New Deal in the launch document, the overview document from Thursday, February 7th at 8:30 a.m., the document that talks about the Green New Deal. Today's hearing, Mr. Chairman, is titled Leadership to Combat Climate Change. Certainly a worthy objective. And I'm not a scientist, don't pretend to be one. And while I respect each of our witnesses today and I appreciate their service to our great country, they're not scientists either. In fact, I don't know if there are any scientists on our committee. The closest one, is the gentleman from Kentucky, Congressman Massey. He's got 2 engineering degrees from MIT, has over 24 patents, successful business owner, probably the greenest guy in Congress, drives an electric car, powers his home and farm with solar panels and batteries. I hope we hear a lot from Mr. Massey. But I'm not sure this hearing is about getting truth from people like Congressman Massey. I think it's about the Green New Deal and the regulations, the central government planning, and the politics that come with it. By the way, Mr. Chairman, the Green New Deal is not new at all. During the previous administration, the Obama administration, they had the Department of Energy Loan Guarantee Program. You all remember this? Millions and millions of taxpayer dollars went to 22 companies, average credit rating BB-. Almost all of them went belly up. Almost all of them went bankrupt with taxpayer money. You remember? Solyndra, Beacon Power, Abound Solar, Fisker Automotive. All of them got our constituents' tax dollars. All of them went bankrupt. The Green New Deal is not new, but it is devastating. It would be devastating to people who live in Ms. Miller's district in West Virginia, to Mr. Comer's district in Kentucky, hardworking miners. It would be devastating for people in Mr. Higgins State, oil and gas workers, Mr. Armstrong State, North Dakota. And I think it would be devastating for middle-class families in all our districts, all across this great country, driving up the cost of energy, which therefore drives up the cost of all kinds of other goods and services. You know what authors think is interesting, Mr. Chairman? Green New Deal has 91 Democrat co-sponsors in the House, 13 Democrat co-sponsors in the Senate, 7 Democratic presidential candidates have endorsed it. But when it came time to vote on it, when they had to vote on it, zero people supported it. You would think if everything's going to go bad in 12 years, as people have been saying, somebody would have voted for it. No one voted for it. So I hope the focus today is actually on the issue that we're supposed to be talking about, and not on politics, and not on attacking the president like we've done for the first 3 months of this Congress. Mr. Chairman, I would yield to the gentleman from Kentucky, the ranking member of the subcommittee, Mr. Comer.